Hi everybody and welcome to the Mental Toughness and Body Show. My name is Rob Evans and I'm your weight loss coach and health strategist and published author, helping take your mindset, your life, your business, your fitness, your health from where it is that you are right now to where it is that you want to be. And I wanted to pick up from something that JT said yesterday with his own health and fitness. He says, look, he doesn't really have a plan at the moment. Now, what do we know about success in health and fitness? We know, well, in success in anything, but particularly in health and fitness, which is what I want to focus on today. If you don't have a plan, then it's kind of like being a ship with a rudder out in the ocean and you're doing some things, but you're not really absolutely nailing it. Now, my goal for all of you listening to this is to how do we not necessarily transform your body. For some people, that can be a thing for them. But it's about not just your body, it's about optimizing your health and not just doing something for a moment in time. This is about how do we optimize your health forever, for the rest of your life, giving you principles that you can stick with forever so that you can optimize your health forever. Because my goal when I'm working with people is to say, how do we take you from where you are right now to have more energy, to feel better about yourself, to bring back some self-confidence in yourself? With energy comes focus. With focus comes better goal setting, more planning, better outcomes for yourself, and really striving to achieve more than you thought you were ever capable of achieving. So it's really, really powerful. So today I just want to talk about one particular tool that we can use to help start this momentum process, because when it is a health and fitness transformation, and when I say those words, I'm not just talking, like I said, about your body. But for most people, let's face it, in my country, Australia, 2/3 of us are considered overweight or obese. In America, I think it's 70%. It's not dissimilar in some other countries as well. So overweight and obesity is a real issue for people because we become busier, we become less focused on our health and fitness, and we just get caught up in being busy. And if we're all business owners and we're working hard to create a greater success for our business, or setting up another business or another couple of businesses or more like JT, then it can be an area that just gets kind of pushed to the side. Because I find that in running my business, sometimes you can mistake energy for adrenaline, or other way around, mistake adrenaline for energy. You can feel like, well, yeah, I'm just going, but it's really you're going from one sale to the next, or one lead to the next lead, to a sales conversion and a next level of growth, or whatever it is, and you ride that wave of adrenaline. But the reality is it's not real energy. You're just riding on that on that adrenaline. And that's not necessarily ensuring that we've got healthy energy coming our way. Sure, a bit of adrenaline is great. It allows us to, perform at an optimal level for a period of time. But for sustained energy and optimized health, we need to make sure that we're consuming the right foods, got the right exercise program, and all that kind of stuff. But before we get to any of that in subsequent episodes, what I want to talk to you about is how do we start to create a plan for ourselves. Now, with your health and fitness, I want you to come up with a plan for yourself that says, what is it that I truly want to achieve for myself? What is it? What does that look like for me? Now that might sound overly simplistic. You think, okay, I'm switching off now. It's not relevant to me. I know exactly what I want. Well, if you do, then congratulations. But I would tell you that every person that walks through my door or that I coach online, they don't have a plan when they first start. So our goal is to help create a plan for them. And when I ask people, what is it that you really want? They say, I want to lose a bit of weight, or I just need somebody to push me hard. I want to look good on the beach in Bali for a holiday, or I'm getting married in such and such a time, so I want to look good for that. Now, the problem with those goals are that they're only sort of skin deep. They're not deep enough for that sustained, optimized level of health forever. So in you performing this exercise, I want you to get out a piece of paper or write it on your computer. Don't just do this in your head, because I guarantee you this, you'll think of something, but you won't retain it. And when you write it down, it slows down the thinking process and it makes it really clear for you as to exactly what it is that you're aiming for. Because I doubt that it'll just come to you just like that. It takes some time, because you think, oh, well, I just want to lose a bit of weight. So, okay, really? Is that it? Let's go a little bit deeper. What else is it? Oh, well, I want to have a little bit more energy. I'd like to be more focused. I'd like to be more productive at work. I'm just giving you some ideas here. I want to be more confident, because do you know what? When I look at myself, I feel like I'm not bringing my best self forward for my partner or for myself or for my family or whatever. It goes deeper than what you might first think. And I'm not just talking about women here. I mean, the number of men that I work with, that their self-confidence is really, really damaged because they're carrying an extra 5, 10, 15, 20 kilos or more. And it really has an impact. It has an impact on the way that they show up at, let's say, a social gathering. It has an impact there. It has an impact on what they wear. It has an impact in them going to buy clothes. And this goes for women as well, but I'm just saying from the man's perspective, don't underestimate how powerful this is for men too. I know we're stereotypical, and women normally want to dress up more than men, and they're focused more on certain body parts, not perhaps looking the way that they want to, but this is the same for men. And let's not forget that place that we go to at night when we go to our bedrooms and we feel like we're maybe not bringing our best self forward for our partner. You want to get undressed in the dark. You don't feel good when your partner touches you. I mean, there's so many different things that have an impact on your confidence, your self-image, and how happy you are with just yourself in this world just because of the way that you look. It can be very, very deep. So when you're working out what it is that you want, yes, there's the physical aspect, but don't forget about what's happening inside you as well. Like, what are the other things that you want? You might have a history in your family. Like, if I go through my history, like I have, my mother passed away at age 66 from cancer. My father passed away at, I think it was 77, from technically a stroke, but it was dementia. I've got dementia on both sides of the family. I have stroke on both sides of the family. I have cancers on both sides of the family. There's something else in there too. I don't think there's any heart disease, but my family tree is weak. Now, what do I do about that? Well, all I can do is put myself in the best possible position to be the healthiest that I can be, the strongest, fittest that I can be at my age. Now, I recently had some testing done on my body fat because I'm working on a particularly big health and fitness goal this year, and I'm now in the top 1% of health for my age. Now, I can't do any better than that, but I think I can improve every day, and I can stay focused. I can keep working on my mindset to make sure that I am always focused on these things. Now, what I want is not necessarily, I'm not going to tell you what that is right now. We'll save that for another episode. But what I want is probably going to be what 99.9% of you listening to this do not want. But because I work in the health and fitness industry as well, then I want to achieve a high level of success for my body and my appearance and also my health. So you may not want that, and that's okay. It's not a right or wrong here. There's no judgment. It's just about working out what it is that is right for you. So those things that are wrong in my family tree, for instance, drive me to do better for myself and want more for myself. So there might be some things in there for you. I want to be the best possible dad that I can be for my 2 girls. So that also means I want to be a good example for them. So that's important for me in terms of my health and fitness. It means that I want to share healthy food and recipes with them, because that's, again, for me, a good example. I want to teach them how to cook and do these things, which is, I guess, again, stereotypically, probably done by the woman of the house. But there is no woman of the house in my situation. So I want to teach the kids those things. Exercise and strength training and all that kind of stuff. Now, my parents never did any of this stuff with me. Even though my dad, he was a professional athlete, he was a professional cyclist. He quit that before I was born, or just after I was born, actually. But he didn't have any idea about how to eat properly and do all those things. So there's another thing we had diabetes in the family. I had to learn all this, and it came from pain, me being in a painful spot and saying, do you know what? I'm not going to live in that spot anymore. I'm going to change. And that's what's ultimately driven me to do what I do now and live the way that I do now. But if you cannot clearly articulate what it is that you truly want to achieve for your health and fitness, you won't ever achieve it. Now, why am I starting this podcast series with health and fitness? Because I believe that health and fitness is like the foundations for everything else that you do in life. If you have zero health, that's dead. Okay? So if you're dead, you got zero health, then you can't do anything. You can't do all the things that you want to do. So how about let's go the other way. Let's say that your health is 100%. Then to me, 100% is being able to live life on your terms. There's no pain. There's like no functional pain. You might be young listening to this and saying, oh, what are you talking about? Well, as you get older, you start to get the aches and pains. And if you don't look after yourself, then you can find that arthritis starts to creep in the joints. You can get back pain. You get all kinds of things. And it doesn't show up for probably about 30 or 40 years of abuse. And that's what I see in my older clients. By the time you get to your 60s, and sometimes it's early 60s, sometimes it's before, but so early 60s, mid 60s, late 60s or 70s, all of those things that you did years ago that you thought, nah, she'll be right, they start to show up in a way that you don't like. And that could be on that list of things that I mentioned before, because it takes about that long to impact your body. If you think about for a moment that horrible stuff called asbestos. Now, at some point, they thought that asbestos was a great thing to be putting in all these different products. We had it in our walls. We had it in so many different things. And when I was a kid, I can remember it used to be in like walls of our house, and Dad was modifying walls or whatever, and we used to break it up and stuff. It's like, oh, what the hell? You know, like this is highly toxic stuff that gets into your lungs. Now, we're finding that now they're banned. It's illegal to use it. And it's in pretty much every house that was built before 1970 something or something like that. But it's taken a long time, many decades, for it to show up in people's systems to show that, you know what, we shouldn't be really using this product. And now people are dying from it. They've got asbestosis, it's called. They've got these diseases that have come about purely because of that. But it's taken a long time for that to happen. Sometimes it happens in smoking as well. It takes a long time for some people for it to show up in your body in a way that you don't like. So they can be driving forces for you to make a change. The point is that I want you to articulate what it is that you want, thinking about very detailed. Okay? If you come up with something that just says, I want to lose this weight, that's not deep enough. You've got to add some more things to it, because I'm going to build over this over the coming episodes as to how do we take you from where you are now to where it is that you want to get to with your health. And if you've got this at 100% or close to 100%, then you're unstoppable. And that's my goal for you. Now, when I'm working with clients, the key that I see that is lacking and what makes people go okay for a while and then fall off a cliff and they stop completely or go back to where they were is because they don't have the right what? They don't have the right mindset. They haven't set themselves up for success right from the beginning. I get so many people that will call me up and they say, I just need someone to kick my butt. I say, really? I say, how's your food? No, my food's fine. I just need somebody to push me and make me train hard. Now, you can never out-train a poor diet, okay? Poor nutrition. You can never out-train that. And you can never out-train a poor mindset. Remember, my goal is to set you up for success for the rest of your life with an optimized level of health, not something for a short term, because it's quite easy to give you a short-term result. It's the longer term game that is where you need to have that mental toughness. Now, if you want to find out more about how you can work with me directly, then you can go to thementaltoughnessandbodyshow.com and find out more details about what we do there and get links to all the programs and so forth that we provide. Have fun with this exercise. I'm going to walk you through a series of exercises over the coming days so that we can help build your mindset, do something that perhaps you've never done before. But here's the thing, when it comes to your health and fitness, like I said, I'm starting here because you get this right, you create this really strong mindset, you've then got the level of health and body which creates this unstoppable version of you. And to me, there's no greater gift. When you can do things like with the food that you eat and the training that you do, and you can change the shape of your body, to me, that is so exciting. It's so exciting to do that. So stick with me. This is a great process. I'll see you tomorrow.